here? How do we turn that into opportunity and not just inspiration, particularly for our companies?
Thank you for that question. So I live on a plane. I'm in New Orleans or I'm in Boston. And I remember when I started my role 2.5 years ago, I got very candid feedback from several people in this room who were of New Orleans, and they just questioned, is Camelback of New Orleans, Shauna? I mean, they were real. How are you showing up? I understand you're a national organization, but how are you actually investing in the ecosystem that you claim to be your headquarters? Beyond people being selected for your fellowship. And it was a direct call to action that we had to be very intentional about. So this, being part of today, supporting you and sponsoring this event is not about whether we get people in our fellowships. It's because we're part of New Orleans, right? And so we had to be of community. We have to be of community. And I hope now that more, and I know because my friends have told me now, like Charlotte, you're doing it. I see you. And our annual convening and Guardian Summit that we just had a few weeks ago, people are like, oh, where's next year? New Orleans. Where's next year? New Orleans. Where's next year? New Orleans. It's right here. It's right here. And so I just think we ask you to do more than visit. We ask you to do more than just enjoy this moment, but invest in the community, invest in the city that's anchored in Black culture. And we need that investment now.
I need you all to come back next week at the same time. But seriously, we need it. This is exactly what it takes for us to be successful, to sustain. I wish we had more of this all the time. You see it in these big places, Atlanta, etc. New Orleans is the birthplace. We have so much culture, we have so much uniqueness to offer, and the people here, we love it because of what we see it can be, right? And so if all of us are invested in it and have a say in what that looks like, we can do great. Seriously, so I'm appreciative of all of you. Come back, please tell a friend to stay at this hotel, to come grab a drink, come have a date night, you name it, because this to me is what support feels like.
I'm so excited. Well, thank you both. Thank you, Shauna and Ryan, for sharing your insights and your words. We're about to hear from some incredible founders talk about their companies, but I do really quickly want to do a show of hands. Who in this room helps entrepreneurs? Raise them really high just for a second. Everybody look around. If you are a founder of a company, if you're just starting this out and you have no idea who to talk to one of these folks. You do not have to go at this alone. There are a lot of resources in New Orleans if you know how to look, and that's why we're here. Thank you both so much.
That we should be pouring into. logged on to Milestone Made, she had many questions, like a lot of the families, right? Stand up all night, they're very confused. When she described her 4-year-old son, she did not use words like he was kind, he was curious, but instead she said things like, he is bad, and I need some help, right? What's great about Milestone Made is that her being a first-time mom, she thought that it was her fault that all of these things were happening. But with Milestone Made, because families could access it anytime they would like, she was able to onboard to our platform and complete developmental screenings. Within minutes, she identified that her child was delayed in 3 of the 5 developmental platforms, or domains. We didn't leave her right there. We connected her to resources. We connected her to personal guidance. But our closed loop referral system identified something that was even better. When she reported to us that her pediatrician sent a referral a year earlier, our system identified that that referral was actually not in the system. We were able to connect her to the number and the person to get her referral back on track. And within weeks, she was able to get an appointment. 2 weeks later, she was able to get her son assessed. And just last week, she received an autism diagnosis for her son. That is the power of Milestone Made. Technology and Milestone Made, we action into words. We turn confusion into clarity. Technology didn't save this young boy's life, but it empowered his mom with the tools to be able to do so. And that's what we're building here in New Orleans. So if you would love to connect with me, to continue to build with me, I'm here all night. My name is Shay, and that is Milestone Made.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Ashley Hilliard. I am the CEO and co-founder of Buildaway Inc. What we do is we created a voice technology that allows contractors to speak, review, and send invoices at the actual pain point of the job being completed. So we understand that. And this idea came about from my father, who's actually a musician in the gig world in the city of New Orleans. And somehow, as being the son of a musician, I was delegated the invoicing task. And then I realized, well, wow, if musicians in the city of New Orleans are having an issue with the invoicing, I wonder who else would. So obviously our blue collar workers, being in Louisiana, Baton Rouge in particular, has the most contractors per capita. This was a big opportunity for me to take on. So as of now, we understand that the invoice paying takes place as soon as they leave the truck, as soon as they leave the job site. So now what we did, we condensed 12 steps into 3, and now each contractor can allow them to speak, review, and send these invoices using our voice technology. That was Buildaway Inc. My name is Ashley Hilliard, all right? Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Joel Holton. I'm the founder and CEO of Grow Enterprises. Imagine walking to a home where the walls actually help clean the air, where the insulation naturally regulates humidity, where the building materials lock away carbon instead of creating it, and where those same materials were grown by local farmers and manufactured right here in our communities. That's not the future. That's what Grow Enterprises is building today. At Grow Enterprises, we manufacture the next generation of bio-based building materials, including industrial hemp-based insulation, wall systems, and sustainable construction projects designed specifically for hot, humid climates of the Gulf South. Our materials improve indoor air quality, reduce energy costs, resist mold and moisture, and dramatically lower the environmental footprint of the construction project. But what truly sets us apart is that every product we build stronger local economies. We transform agricultural byproducts into high-performance building materials, creating new opportunities for farmers, manufacturers, contractors, and families. Every product supports healthier homes, lower energy costs, and careers in advanced manufacturing and sustainable construction. So instead of exporting resources, we're keeping profits here, where local crops become local products create local jobs, and those jobs help deliver resilient housing while keeping investment in our community. We believe the future of construction is healthier materials, smarter manufacturing, and a stronger workforce. and the communities that own more of their economic future. We know that climate resilience, workforce development, affordable housing, and economic mobility are not separate challenges, but one huge opportunity. Because when we build materials good for the planet and good for people, we're doing something even more important. We're creating careers, we're strengthening neighborhoods, we're growing local businesses, we're lowering energy costs for families, we're helping communities become more resilient, and we're proving that sustainability isn't simply good for the environment. It can actually be a catalyst for economic mobility and long-term prosperity. At Grow Enterprises, we're not just building materials, we're manufacturing economic opportunity. Thank y'all.
Hey everyone, my name is Amber Bonner and I'm the CEO and founder of Zokyo Potty Pal. Zokyo Potty Pal is a controlled, interactive toilet paper dispenser for children. It helps with positive hygiene as well as building positive bathroom behavior. You may ask me like, yo Amber, how did you come up with that? Well, I had two daughters, Zoe and Kenzie, and at that time we were living in Harlem. And they kept clogging the toilets. I know some of you guys used to live in New York, so guess what? The super kept knocking on the door. You have to come up with a solution. At that time, there were a few products on the market, but they weren't conducive to our lifestyle. So I went to my office and I sketched what I thought would be a solution for me and my family. I was able to conduct surveys towards my target audience, which were the moms, dads, daycare, childcare centers, as well as pediatric clinics. And I had them help me build a product that they will want to see in their own facilities. So as of today, we see ourselves in those facilities going straight B2B and D2C. This year alone, we've had some traction. January, I was able to pitch at Swiss Tech at CES. I was also one of the finalists for Shark Tank. And as of a month and a half ago, I now have the former VP of Mattel that's on my team. So just along from that, he sees my vision, and not just for Zokyo Potty Pal, but I want to take over the entire bathroom brand. I have like 25 more days to receive my sample of Zokyo. From there, he'll be able to take it to his manufacturers and see if they can produce it at a cheaper cost. So that's where we're at currently. But if there's anyone that's in here that can help me gain partnerships to the daycare, childcare centers, pediatric clinics, please talk to me. I see myself like launching soon, so I need someone that's in PR that can come and help. Operations, finance, hit me up. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Johnny James II. I am the co-founder and CEO of Pursuit of Happiness Farms. We have a global exclusive license for a plant-based concrete from the Philippines called Reef Buds. Reef Buds has been in the water for over 20 years, successfully regrowing and regenerating ecosystems, assisting with coastal erosion and carbon sequestration. It also has resurrected dead zones in the Philippines. This has all been done with waste materials. Joel, my friend, was talking about waste earlier. We can also use waste to save our coast. And not just save our coast, but grow our coast. One of the innovations that we'd like to bring to this product that's been around for so long is data collection. A lot of times we make the wrong decisions or uninformed decisions because we lack good information. When it comes to the near-shore environment, that last mile or two from the coast, it is a data desert. Most of our data is offshore. We, of course, live closer to the shore. So essentially what we're seeking to do now is address some of the largest crises facing our time, and in particular, our place. Because whether we realize it or not, we are more vulnerable today than we were the day before Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans and the rest of the Gulf Coast. So what we're offering a plant-based concrete, a biomimetic concrete that is made out of local waste streams, manufactured locally and deployed by local labor. We are offering data that can be collected from real-time environments in the ocean. And we're doing that right now. The kind of assistance that we're looking for is strategic partnerships for both waste, deployment and manufacturing, as well as pilot projects. Hit me up. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm the only Johnny James II, and that's Johnny spelled with an I-E. What's up? Let's go.
All right, y'all give it up for those. We have a couple more. All right, I'm going to bring to the stage Melanie Richardson of the Training Grounds, Kwame Terra of Bear Health, and Damon Burns of Univestor. Y'all give it up for them. Good evening. I'd like you to think about a parent that loves their child with all their heart, but goes to sleep every night wondering if they're doing enough. A parent who doesn't understand why her 4-year-old is still not talking and doesn't like her. A father who wants to be present, but feels invisible to the systems that are designed to support families, not just moms and children. A grandparent who wonders what more can they do to support their grandchild to learn, grow, and develop in ways that they didn't do with their own child because they didn't know what to do. A caregiver who navigates systems to support their family, but they're complicated systems. They get the runaround, they're complex, and they're not able to actually receive the services. I meet families like this every day. I've met thousands of families like this over the years. And what I've learned is that parents don't want someone to raise their children. They need someone to believe in them as parents, to support them, to equip them with the knowledge, confidence necessary to support their child's development. My name is Melanie Richardson, and I am the co-founder and executive director of Training Grounds. Training Grounds is a New Orleans-based nonprofit that is designated and designed to support parents to ensure that every child has a supportive caregiver who is able to support them so that they can thrive. We do this through our replay centers and our Reconnect Family Resource Hub. I am a proud Camelback Fellow, year 3, so early on, and I've been doing this work for 10 years now. Training Grounds has walked along over 6,000 adults and children, and we have had more than 70,000 contacts with families over the last 10 years. But those numbers don't tell the story. Each number represents an adult and a child. Each adult and child represents a family. And each family represents our hope for our future. Our replay centers may be designed and they may look like they're places where children can go and play, but they're really learning labs for parents. We have parenting educators that are on the floor modeling, coaching, and supporting parents with understanding their child's behavior and understanding what they can do to support their child's development. They don't just explain what the child is doing, but they talk about why that behavior is important. And they support parents in understanding what they can do to support their children. All of it works. We've been doing it for 10 years. We have 2 replay centers here in New Orleans, and we're about to open a 3rd play center. And we're working with families, with communities and other parishes to open up additional replay centers. But currently, 90% of our caregivers that we serve tell us that they better understand their child's development, and they have greater confidence in their ability to support their child's learning. Through our We Connect Family Resource Hubs, we are connecting families to resources. If families need support or parents need support with employment, we're connecting them to employment. If they're wanting to go back to school, we're doing that. If they need assistance with medical or interventions, whatever that family, that parent needs or caregiver needs to support themselves so they can show up better for their children is what we do. So we invest in mothers, fathers, grandparents. And when history tells the story of this generation, I hope it doesn't simply say that we invested in children. I hope it says that we invested in the people who are raising them. Because every competent parent changes a child, every empowered caregiver supports a child, and every stronger family changes a community. If we want to change the future, we must first strengthen the people who are raising the future. The work that Training Grounds does is that's why we do the work we do. We show up every day because we believe in caregivers. And that's why we're committed to ensuring that every child has someone that is equipped to support them and empower them to thrive. If this vision speaks to you, I'd love to meet with you after. Whether you're a parent, grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, community leader, business owner, or a philanthropist, or simply someone who believes that children deserve the strongest possible start in life, this is a movement that you can become a part of. Thank you.
Good evening, how y'all doing? One more round of applause for Melanie. So my name is Kwame Terra, and I'm the CEO and founder of Their Health. We're a startup company committed to maximizing health in the Black community. We're building the world's first Black electronic health record, a real-time, community-owned data set that captures more than what just happens at the clinic, but what happens in everyone's everyday life. See, our current healthcare system, though equipped, wasn't designed to heal Black people, and it shows. And at Bear, we aspire to create a healthcare resource that's free from the shackles of racism infecting our current system, and seamlessly integrate health into Black culture. And it all starts with our app. Now, by show of hands, raise your hand if you know your credit scores. People in the back that are talking, excuse me. Raise your hand if you know your credit score. Yeah. Now, raise your hand if you know your health score. A few people here, right? A few users, good to see y'all. Our app is kind of like Credit Karma, but for your health. Right? Real-time scoring, personalized coaching, and access to health resources all in one place. If you go on a run one day, your score goes up a few points. If you get 2 or 3 hours of sleep one night, score goes down. Based on those changes, we make recommendations for how you can improve, as well as connect you to healthcare providers, resources, and experiences at Bear Connect. This is just the first in a series of health solutions we'll roll out for the Black community. In the future, we'll have virtual care, primary care, healthy grocery delivery, and more. So this isn't just another health app for tracking and enhancing well-being. It just signifies the initiation of our enduring commitment to stand as Black America's health partner for life. Since our launch in the beginning of this year, we've grown to about 1,000 members, 110 of them which are paying over the past 6 months here in New Orleans. And we're excited to be expanding beyond that. We're currently raising $250,000 to go from 1% of our target market that we've reached so far here in New Orleans to 5 to 10% over the next 6 to 12 months. So if you are here and you're interested in health, passionate about the work that we're doing, please come see me. I got the answers to all your questions. Have a good one.
Good evening, everyone. Bear with us in the back. We're almost done. I know everybody's ready to get back to the bar and have a little fun. But first of all, thank y'all for coming out. We had a lot of amazing presenters tonight, a lot of great entrepreneurs. So let's give everybody one more round of applause. And I'm going to close it out for us. So my name is Damon Burns. I'm the founder and CEO of Uninvestor. We are democratizing the $4 trillion municipal bond market to create better access to capital for cities everywhere. Now I see we got a lot of people in here tonight, a lot of visitors, so let's do a little roll call. We got anybody from LA in the house?
Yeah.
LA? All right. We got LA, Chicago, New York, Atlanta.
We on 6 and 5, 6 and 5.
6 and 5, all right. So have you ever thought about investing in any of these cities? If not, now is a good time to think about it. Cities everywhere are facing climate, economic, and social issues that threaten to destabilize them. It requires billions of investment in affordable housing, community health care, clean energy, and way much more. Now, cities get most of their financing from the municipal bond market, but access can be limited. Investment banks, such as, I'll pick on you, Victoria, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, firms like that, they create access for these banks. Thank you, everybody. They create access for these cities, but access is still limited because banks really prefer projects that are $100 million and up. But the average municipal project is less than $25 million. So just think about what $25 million would do in your community. $10 million, $5 million. I know it goes a long way here in New Orleans, right, Paul? Projects you're doing, projects Ryan is doing. So, unfortunately, today's muni market is built for Wall Street, not Main Street. Introducing Muni Investor. We're democratizing the $4 trillion municipal bond market to create better access to capital for cities everywhere. What that means is people like you, people like us, we can invest in a streetcar that just rolled by. We can invest in a school. We can invest in Paul's project. That avenue does not exist today, and that's what Muni Investor does. We're a regulated online marketplace that allows cities to connect directly to investors everywhere, be it individuals, commercial banks, or other types of financial institutions. Our target market includes over 50,000 municipalities in search of capital. All the places that we live, that we love, that we've gone to school to, that we were born, where our children were born. These are places that need the capital desperately, and we're creating an avenue for them to access it. Investors such as individuals, commercial banks, mutual funds, credit unions, they're the ones that are buying the investments that cities are putting out on an annual basis. Now, our team has decades of experience in public finance. Myself, I've been working in public finance for 20 years. So I've worked with agencies all over this city and agencies in many other cities as well, helping them design strategies to access capital. And we all know that our communities need more dollars. Because if they didn't, we would have all the needs met, right? We wouldn't have potholes, we wouldn't have blight, we wouldn't have the lack of investment in education. And we are creating a gateway for that to happen, for us all to participate in it. We've been able to secure 8 pilot projects thus far, totaling $100 million. Thank you. In order to bring those projects to life, we need partnerships with broker dealers, we need investment capital, and we also need connections to city leaders. So if you know a CFO, if you know a mayor, or a former mayor, we need connections directly to those individuals, those decision makers, who can use this new avenue of accessing capital. So the future prosperity of our cities is directly tied to their access to capital. And a democratized muni market is our solution for helping communities, our favorite communities, accelerate investment. So join us if you want to build or be a part of building a global muni market that works for everyone, not just a few. Thank you for your time and attention. One more thing before I just hand the mic back. First of all, we appreciate Maroon, Star, Noir, Nola, and Camelback for making this happen. So then, Sean, come back up. So 3 powerful sisters, right? They put this all together and create the platform. And also today's Jay's birthday. So we just want to say happy birthday, Jay. Thank you. Thank you, Sean.
Supposed to be the one that knows everything. They try to get surprises out here. So listen, when we started, I told you there were 3 things that we were supposed to take away. Does anybody? I'm the teacher right now. What were we supposed to take away?
Money.
Money. That's what. Money, and money. We said meet someone you did not already know. So if you did not do it on the front end of the program, we want you to accomplish that assignment, right? The next thing was listen for opportunities to be useful. These founders have given you some assignments, right? Do the research, listen to them, support them, right? Everybody in the room, how many of you consider yourself to be an investor? Right? We have some that have put their hands up, and here's the thing, every single one of us are investors tonight. You invested in Starbucks. You invested in this morning when you got your coffee, right? But guess what? We should be intentional, as Shauna talked about community. We need to be really putting our intentionality around the people that are in this room. The last assignment that you had was, if you hear something that you need to move, not just clap. Let's clap for all of the founders. But go beyond the clap and actually move. So the assignment for you before you leave the door today, one is to have conversations with those founders. Get more information about them, connect with them, and how you can support them. It may not be money. It may be a connection. It may be some type of capacity that you can give to them, right? It could be a job with them. But listen, plug in and actually complete the assignment, right? I want to thank you guys again, Maroon. This is what we do. We create space for founders. We are located right at 1208 St. Charles, right down the street. And every day we work with small businesses, founders, tech investors to connect these dots and create these small rooms. It all starts in small rooms. So I appreciate everyone for being here. The bar is open. Y'all support Brian. I told y'all, if you live here, listen, if you live here, get a staycation right here, right? It starts with us. Listen, Brian, thank you so much for your hospitality. Damon, for your support and usual intentionality. And of course, Shauna, Salim, all of you, thank you so much for your support. All right, y'all have a good night.
I didn't act ugly, but I'm like, She's not listening. That girl didn't say good evening. You did? Wow, you the first one. I never been a good evening. I was talking about your queen. I was never been